How's it going, guys? Carl here, and today in Power BI we're going to be building a table visual. Let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do here is go over where it says table. We're going to select this table visual. We're going to bring this over here so we can start developing, and we'll just get rid of this. Just keep in mind that in the table visual, all you're doing is just adding the columns. So we'll just do that from here, and we'll just start with products. Product categories. Let's start with the state, the region, and then we'll put sales in there. All right, and we'll just keep it minimal for now. So this is what our table will look like. All right, so as you can see here, our table, we can sort each column if we want by just clicking on the top in each column. So each column can be sorted if you want to do that just by left clicking. So this will do a ascending and descending sort. And that's how that works. So after that, let's go ahead and start formatting this. So the first things first, we'll go ahead and come to format. And we have our size and style. Like I like to do, add a visual border and a shadow just to get that out the way. Next, we have a title that we can add to this. And if we do a title, we can just call this the products. And then we'll just change the font to a desired font. We'll put this in the middle, and we can add a background color to give it a little pop. So now we have a table title. Next, we got style presets. So just keep in mind you can explore these at your own free will. Just feel free to press pause. We'll just go here and we're going to go with none for this tutorial, but feel free to explore that and pick one that you desire. And then we have a grid right here. You can see that we have the horizontal grid is default set to on, and we can also turn on our vertical grid. We also can add and remove border positions by changing this, and we can also change the border color if we want to do that. So that'll give us a little bit more pop. It can also increase the width and decrease that width. And if we come down here to values, we see now we can change the values. If we don't like the way the text looks, we can just change the font. We can also increase and decrease the size, as well as just keep in mind that text color alternates from row to row. So this will be text color, this will be the alternate text color in the second row, and so on and so forth. After values, we have here our column headers. Just keep in mind our column headers, you probably want these to be just a little bit bigger than your values. So we'll change the font here. You can change the color as well, and you can change the alignment to left, middle, or right. Just leave that up to you. If we come down here to totals, we see that we can turn totals off, or we can leave totals on if we wanted to just calculate the total. And if we don't want it to calculate the total, we can just hit totals off. And then if we come down here to specific columns, we see now we can just manipulate one column at a time. And if you see, they put it all in series. So let's just say we want to manipulate the sum of sales column, and we wanted to change the text color. Let's just say we wanted to change it to let's just say this dark blue, and the background we wanted to change it to this light gray. We can do that by just simply doing that. And we wanted to change the horizontal alignment to the left. We can do that as well, or we can just change the horizontal. We can change that alignment to the middle. We can also change the display units if we want to do that. And if we come down here to, let's shrink that down. If we come down here to cell elements, this is where all the fun stuff's coming to play for product. So we're just going to do, every series, we're just going to do a different setting. So for our product, we'll just turn on our background color. Once we turn on our background color, we see that we have this pop up right here. So it says if the value is a text, then give it this color. Now it wants us to define a text. So if we look here, we see we have beer dash blue. So let's just say we turned this on, and then we said beer dash blue, and we can change the background color to, let's just say this not too dark, to this gray. We'll see that we get a background color. Now if we change this series to product category, this time we're going to do the font color, and we'll just pick bread this time. And if we turn this on, if we say that color is, this value is bread, then we'll just change bread background color to that, and you'll see, font color to that, and you'll see that the bread color will change. And if you wanted to change it, all you have to do is just go back in there and select it again, and you can just change it by doing that. All right, and let's go down to the next series. So the next series is state, and for state we're going to turn on icons. All right, so if you have particular, let's just, first things first, from top to bottom we have format styles, right? So you can do rules or you can do field values. For this you want to do rules, and you can choose between values only, values and totals, or totals only. All right, seeing that there are no values, this is only text, we're just going to focus on text. Now you can come over here and change the style if you would like. And for the sake of this, since there's really no up or down, left or right, it's just basically the state. This is probably the best style for this tutorial, so we'll just keep it here at the diamond, triangle, and circle. All right, so the text that we want is, let's just go with Texas, Ohio, and Florida. Okay, so we'll just say Texas here, Ohio, and then we'll go to Florida. All right, and we'll hit OK, and we'll see now that anything that is defined by those values will get the respective icon. All right, now last but not least, the last thing we have here is web URL. So in order to add a web URL, what I did was just went ahead and created this website link. So HTTP, you got to make sure that if you're doing a website link, you can't do www dot, you have to do HTTPS with your colon and then your // All right, so once you do that, you want to just make sure you change this to web URL, and you're good to go. So we're just gonna add this to the model. So we'll just drag this here, and now you see you have a web URL, right? So we can come here, change this to website, and even though website URL goes away, the website URL can be used. Let's just say we wanted to do summer sales. So if we get rid of this and we wanted to use that website URL in summer sales, we'll just go to, sorry if I went too fast, let's just get rid of this so it's not a distraction. We'll just go to sum of sales, and then we'll turn on our web URL. And then in this drop down, what we'll look for is we'll look for website, and then we'll just hit OK. And now you can see a link pops up. And when that link pops up, you can just simply click on website. All right, so that's how that works. So a website will come up, and that's how that works. All right, y'all see that? If you come over here, and another thing we can do in summer sales is add data bars. As you can see, if you go to these others, you don't see data bars, but you have data bars once you go to summer sales. So if we turn on data bars, what happens is we get these data bars, and you can see that the higher the value, the longer the bar is. All right, so that is how that works. And the smaller the value, that smaller the bar is. And ladies and gentlemen, it is Table Visuals. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.